Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video by yours truly. We got some quality of life improvements coming in version 1.3. The developers put out some questions that they answered themselves and probably asked themselves last night at hoyolab.com. So be sure to take a gander at that. But we're going to go over these briefly. One of the big ones is my Trailblaze power maxed out after sleeping in on the weekends. Can the mechanism be improved? That's what they said, but this is what they should have said. My Trailblaze power maxed out after I fell asleep on a Genshin Impact story quest. Something like the Aranata. Can this mechanism be improved? In version 1.3, the crew will increase the upper limit of Trailblaze power to 240, another 60 point value. Furthermore, reserved Trailblaze power will be added. Once Trailblaze power maxes out, a percentage of the surplus is converted into the reserved Trailblaze power. Now, before the Genshin Impact stands start Hermit the Frog in their keyboard, oh no, I can't, this is unacceptable. They can't get increased Trailblaze power. We haven't gotten anything. Before you start tripping, man, know that this is more of a quality of life update because they have not increased the replenishment per minute of the Trailblaze power, so we cannot actually grind more within a day. This is for people who don't have a lot of time or just don't play the game as serious as, oh, I got to make sure my stuff doesn't fill up. So it's really a quality of life improvement for people who are busy. And I like this factor too, because often at times I get on just to ensure that I've spent my Trailblaze power. And now I have a little bit more leeway to, you know, dick around with IRL and not have to stress so much about Trailblaze power getting filled up to the brim. So this is a quality of life improvement, but until they actually increase the replenishment of the Trailblaze power per minute, we can't actually grind more in a day. Okay, this is more for the casual player. Now, moving on to the next one. When going through the story dialogues, if I accidentally tapped somewhere on the screen, I couldn't see the previous dialogues again. Help me. This is actually pretty good though, I'm not gonna lie. No problem, we are working on this new function already. In future updates, Trailblazers would be able to use a review button during story dialogue to replay the previous story dialogues. The update radio for Voice of the Galaxy will provide more details to Trailblazers when this function is ready to be released. So I think that's nice, but I really hope that it's somewhere along the lines of just allowing us to go back and replay companion quests. Because often at times when a story update happens, it correlates to like a companion quest or a quest we did in the past, and we like to refresh our memories, you know. And me as a content creator, I like to go back and maybe take a little screenshot of something just so I can, you know, discuss on it and provide that visual footage for you so that you can understand where I'm coming from. Anyways, I hope that they eventually just allow you to go back and even replay the companion quest or visualize the companion quest so that people can, you know, repolish their memory on things so that they know what they're talking about. I want to send stickers when chatting with friends. I'll be honest, I could, if I had one to give, I would not give it for this, but I understand some of you guys do care about it. Chat stickers will be released in version 1.3. The crew will add more stickers for Trailblazers to use in future updates. So yeah, cool there. Can the black bar at the bottom of the PC client be hidden? I actually don't remember there being a black bar. I'm sure there is one. This optimization will be made in version 1.3 after the update. Trailblazers can choose whether to display the navigation bar at the bottom. Pom-pom, I forgot to log in on my birthday, so I missed the birthday mail. Seems like they're improving birthday mail, guys. There are many types of consumables, but they are inconvenient to use. Can you improve the experience of using them? Yeah, there is a lot of consumables. Honestly, I'm not too big of a, I'm not really tripping on this. I use them only when I fight the world bosses, and I really don't use consumables, but I understand a lot of people do. Has received a lot of feedback about consumables. The crew will improve the system of consumables in future versions to make them more convenient to use. I'm looking forward to that, but I'm not really stressing about that. But we take these quality of life improvements. Will there be new items at Herta's store? I'm struggling to decide whether I should get the current light cones or not. Oh shit. Pom-pom has heard that after the version 1.3 update, new items will be listed at Herta's store. I didn't mean to do that. Apparently, there will be a new 5-star light cone, Nihility. Whoa, isn't that something? Plan ahead with your Herta bonds if you are interested. Whoopsie. While in auto battle, I always feel that some character abilities are not used in the most effective way. Can this be improved? This reminds me when I was doing the podcast with Tectone, and the first episode, Tenha was really complaining about one of his support characters buffing another support character instead of buffing the main DPS. So I'm sure this is going to be a huge value to a lot of people who love to auto battle. I personally, I love the thinking process of doing things. So I'm not a huge fan of the auto battle system, but I know that's a hot take. A lot of you guys enjoy it. Yes, the crew has received a lot of feedback about the logic behind how some characters automatically use their abilities. Yeah, your AI is dumb as shit. And we are sorry for the inconvenience caused. In future updates, the crew will continue to improve the auto battle experience and optimize the logic behind when to use abilities. That's really nice. And that's it. That's it for this episode of Developer Radio. Thank you to all Trailblazers for your enthusiastic feedback. If you have any suggestions or comments, be sure to let Pom Pom know. All right then, bro. I love Pom Pom so much more than fucking Paimon. Oh my god, dude. W's in the chat that doesn't exist in my videos, guys. Please. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the things I was wanting to see. And do be sure to comment down below on any quality of life changes you guys want to see, because they do look at these things. They especially have their eyes on my channel in particular. They do look at these things and they do listen. So if you want something, talk, speak, vote, get out and vote. Anyways, what I wanted to see was them to enable ult cancellations and then see how much toughness each enemy has, which both of them kind of correlate to one another, because often at times you want to cancel your ult because you thought it was enough to break the enemy's toughness bar, and guess what? It wasn't. And you know why? Because you can't see how much toughness the goddamn enemy has. There needs to be more statistical data so that we know how much toughness our characters are doing inside of the game, and not have to go to I mentioned this in the podcast as well, and not have to go to a external website to know these things. So that's a nice quality of life I would like to see. Reset button on Memory of Chaos. Braxaphone brought this up in Text Podcast as well. This would be nice for people who are running their teams. They make a mistake. It'd be nice to not have to back out, recalibrate your teams, and then go back in. Just give us a reset button so we can go about our day. That's a nice quality of life improvement for people who like to get sweaty. Activate techniques without having to back out and reactivate them when grinding relics. This is another thing that's annoying. I pop my techniques, I go inside to grind a relic domain or artifact, whatever the hell you want to call it. I clear it, and then I have to go back out and reactivate my techniques again. It would be nice is just right after we finish that fight, because they give us the option to go right back into it, but we don't have our techniques enabled. So it'd be nice to have some kind of element that allows us to keep our techniques activated. And then finally, replay companion quest cutscenes and dialogue exchanges. That was the last one I put, and there's probably more I could go off about, but again, I want to hear you guys' thoughts, because I'm sure y'all got some good suggestions as well. But that's the update. Trailblaze Power quality of life improvement, that was a big highlight. And then the auto battle system for the AI is going to improve as well. Let me know your thoughts down below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the flip side.